Hey guys, what's up? It's Dub T Legit. Back here with another video. In this video, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than what I normally do. I actually want to do a uniform build challenge. So, obviously, I missed the official 2K build challenge, but I was feeling kind of inspired by some of the uniforms people built, and kind of wanted to take a crack at it. As far as kind of the uniform that I wanted to do, I was trying to think about just something that would inspire me. And going into 4th of July weekend, I was definitely thinking something along the lines of fireworks. So, if you've ever been interested in using the jersey tutorial or the jersey builder, this might be a good video for you. I'll definitely kind of show you how I approach this and everything that I did, just using a lot of free stuff that is out on the internet and to create something custom. So if you're interested in this type of stuff, this will be a great video for you, and let's get right into it. So I think for me, like as far as like kind of designing a uniform, I think you really should start with your uniform. So I looked at a bunch of just stuff out on Google and the Creative Commons and found just some images that I felt like kind of were aligned to the theme that I was trying to create. So this is essentially the logo that I created. This will really just drive the design of my uniform for the most part, and definitely all the colors. So yeah, once you get your logo, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and build out your team colors. So within your team branding, these are the colors that were already here, and what I want to do actually is just go ahead and kind of look at my logo and identify some colors that are there. I actually went ahead and looked up the actual colors that were in some of the images that I did. You can just use, like, if you have a computer, you can actually use paint just to kind of select those colors and actually pick them up. And then in your primary color, you want to use the toggle function to toggle to where you can like select the RGB, if you know what the RGB is. If not, just kind of look at your logo and try to match the colors up. I did, like I said, I just used paint and the eyedropper function. You can actually just select the color and then look up the RGB using that, and paint's like a free thing that comes with it. If you guys want to follow my RGB settings, like if you're trying to do the exact same thing or something like that, you can just kind of notate them right here. Essentially 214, 109, 222. The next one that we're going to do is the darker purple color. For the darker purple, I actually think, like, for the eye test, it actually is a little bit almost easier to match the purple than the pink. Like, the pink doesn't really look perfect to me, but I think when you actually see it on the jerseys, it actually seems like it matches a lot better. But again, you can use your eye test or look them up. I do like to look them up. For the dark purple, this is actually going to be 73 3 for the G, and then the blue is actually going to be right at 131. So once you have your team colors, it's pretty straightforward from that. It's essentially just kind of integrating some of your different images with your color combination. One of the things that I want to do is, depending on where you are, if you've ever done, uniforms or anything like that, I think it's a good idea just try to kind of zero everything out, or get it to the design that you want. These are some custom jerseys that already exist in 2K that you can use. But what I'm going to do is just get essentially kind of everything zeroed out. I do also like the U-neck jerseys better than the V-neck, so just make some changes like that. There's quite a few different things that you can edit, and I'll be making kind of changes and enhancements as I go through it. But I think just like from a artistic standpoint, sometimes it's a little bit easier to start with a blank canvas than starting with something that's already too busy. But by no means do you have to kind of delete everything out before you start. For this particular jersey build, I'm really going to be relying on a lot of just images versus trying to use some of the stuff that's already in the creator. I do think that 2K gives you a lot of good options, but primarily what I'm going to do is just add a bunch of images. So I want to get rid of all the images that they have and give myself the best chance possible to kind of create something. And just right here, we're just wiping out the patterns, getting everything down to a blank slate. Same with the shorts too, no patterns. For the most part, I don't think it matters because everything is going to get covered up using images for the most part. But again, we do just kind of want to get everything down to nothing before we start. Once you get everything zeroed out, some of you guys might already be starting from zero, so it might be a little bit easier. But once everything is zeroed out, you can go ahead and add layers in the images section. You guys actually should be able to access these images. They, they're in my images, but I believe they become part of the community download. So really just with these three little images right here, I think that I can fully build out the uniforms either using what 2K gives you or inserting these images and layering them over each other to create some sort of design. Gonna start with this specific image. I feel like this is gonna really just be the front of the shirt jersey. When I did design this piece right here, I tried to leave a lot of room kind of around the image itself so it could fill out the shoulder blades and kind of at the end of it, the title firecrackers would be just about where they put it on an NBA jersey, and I think I did a pretty good job of that. But definitely, you don't want your logo and this image to be the same for this type of jersey. There might be cases where some jerseys you can definitely get it all done. And then you're just using the move and the size option to get it to look exactly how you want it. From there, I'm just going to kind of stick with that firecracker theme and just continue to add this image right here over and over and over again. It's going to be the back of the jersey, the front of the pants, the back of the pants. And by using the move, you can see that it moves it all the way to the back. And then it's just a matter of sizing it. One of the cool features I think about the 2K jersey builder is you can see that even though you're inserting this image, you still get access to the last name and the first name, which is super cool because that changes from player to player. So I love the fact that they did create that. But really what we're trying to do right here is just make sure there's no white left on the jersey when we're done. Going to go ahead and do the same thing for the pants as well too. I definitely think there's some different things that you could do for the pants. But I really just for this video wanted to keep it pretty simple, this being one of the first jersey build tutorials that I've ever done on YouTube. So just kind of wanted to keep it moving quick and fast. But definitely I think you can play around with it. Not even gonna lie, like when I kind of doing that, just like how there is some white on there, I think there's probably a way to integrate that white into the jersey design pretty well and leave some white space. I'm not going to do that for this jersey, but it is definitely an option to consider for sure. So definitely might be pretty nice. So we just want to essentially keep going here and again use this last image to get it in the back of the shorts as well too. You might be able, I didn't really think to do this, but you might be able to just really blow it up and expand it, and it might wrap all the way around. But I thought it was just easier to do front and back, kind of similar to how I did it on the top of the jersey. But it might not be the worst idea ever to just try to blow it up really big and size it all the way around. You can kind of see that white space again right here. Again, there might be something that you could do that would be pretty cool to kind of leverage like that white space to make a stripe or something like that. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I definitely like the color combination as far as that goes. The last thing that I do want to play around with is often like on the NBA jerseys on the shorts they put the logo. So since I do have a logo created, I do want to go ahead and just post my logo on the shorts as well. Obviously, you can see this wasn't ideal to do the top of the jersey, but since it's my logo, I am going to try to integrate it into the shorts. In the beginning, 2K's design, they had the logo on both the top of the jersey and on the pants of the jersey. So similar mindset. So we're just scaling and moving to get everything to look kind of right. And I think that looks good as far as that goes. Last and not least, so I mean, in an ideal world, like obviously, home jerseys would be white, and away jerseys, I guess, would be dark, right? But I'm gonna just kind of do the same jerseys for both home and away. And one of the nice things about 2K is they do let you do that. So definitely, we're gonna do that in just a second. I noticed though that like there's this number on the jersey though on the front of it, so we definitely want to get that taken off of. And these stripes, I'm just gonna clean them up and maybe do some color combinations just to make that match in a little bit better. With the rest of the jersey, the white and the black doesn't look horrible, but gonna just try to stick with the color combinations that I have and make those a quick adjustment. Once I get that done though, that 77 is driving me nuts, so definitely want to get that removed off of the front of the jersey as well too. It's definitely just kind of highlights why you want to get your team colors set up, because it's just easy to keep everything moving as you go through this. So definitely recommend that as a best practice, that you're going to want to do that. Also, looking at the back numbers as well too, I think it's probably better that we change the number color as well too. But let's get that off the front, and then see if there's a way to adjust. I think the pink looks a little bit nicer. And just for consistency, we'll do the numbers the same way as well too. So yeah, if you just go over one, like you can have your preset, so it's pretty easy. This is also a helpful feature if you are gonna build your away similar to your home. You don't have to start completely over. You get to kind of start with as a base. As far as home, I will do lighter for the accessories just to be consistent, and dark for away. So just that's good. And then the last thing is just to complete it, and you guys are all set. And yeah, so once you get your jerseys built, then it's just a matter of moving them into your franchise kind of area. You can basically, you got your home and away that we were able to create. We're just pulling those in. We'll update our logo, and that's going to complete this design tutorial. I think the last thing that I do want to do though is just see how well I can hoop in these jerseys. I'm not a very good 2K player, but I definitely want to go ahead and queue up a clutch time game. So we'll go ahead and jump into that and see if we can get a win. So yeah, stick around for that. And like I said, this is a different type of video, so if you like it, please leave a like or a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.